Hi everyone. So today's reading is not about any prediction, it's not related to any guidance. If you're someone who's looking forward to a positive conversation, uh, an uplifting conversation, a positive chat, then this reading is for you. And I'll be taking help of my cards. I've already shuffled them. I'll just give them a quick shuffle once again, and then I'll pick one card randomly and we'll just talk about it. Okay, all right. You Very obviously, you might be feeling that you have lost everything. You have surrendered, you have lost it. There's no more hope left. There's nothing more you can do. Completely given up, right? But my dear friend, there's always a second chance. All right? Look for it. Can you see this yellow light coming? It's kind of replacing that black scenario, right? You might be thinking that everything's over. You might be thinking that there's nothing more you can do and that you have completely lost it. But you've got to understand that you have to get over it. Get up. And I know it's not easy because, see, when you have realized and when you have accepted the fact that you can't do anything else, everything that could have been possible, you've tried that, but nothing worked out in your favor, then it's not easy. Like, it might sound very easy, it's very easy to say this in a way, but actually it's not. It takes a lot of courage, and more than courage, you have actually got to fight with yourselves to get up and start doing it again. And I understand that, and we all understand that, and I guess all of us have been through that phase. We are either going through that phase or we have been somewhere in our life. But see, if you have come across that difficult situation, I guess you might have not thought of it. You could have never imagined that could happen. You would have never wished for that. Nobody does that, right? But still, you have got to face it, right? Somehow, somewhere down the line, it was written for you. It was meant that way. Now, if such not so good scenarios are written in your life, or they are you're going through them, they just happened, then definitely something better is also written, right? The bad part of it came unannounced, so you've lost all hope. But there could be better times. There are better times. That's how this universe is balancing itself, right? Obviously, like, if you are at your absolute low, if you are at your absolute bottom, and if I talk about it mathematically, if you are at a negative scale, right? If you are at -5, -10, -15, you can't just imagine that things would turn overnight to, let's say, +50, +25. No, you might have to start from zero. But my dear friend, understand this. Reaching the point zero from -10 is also a step taken towards betterment, right? So it need not to be something very significant, but even if you are at level zero and you have to start from scratch, and you've got that courage and that idea of starting from scratch from level zero, that's also a win-win situation because you have traveled all the way from, let's say, -10 and you have reached till zero. That's improvement, and you've got to do that, and eventually you'll reach, right? Don't always take the end result as the ultimate goal. Obviously, we all have certain goals. We are always working towards a certain result. We all expect that. But when you are at this position, at this point where everything seems over, let's not focus on the end result, and let's consider the journey of rising and standing again, one day at a time, as a small goal. And every day, as you'll achieve that goal, you'll push yourselves for the next day, right? You've got to get up, and you should do that. What more bad can happen as compared to what has actually happened? So you have seen the rock bottom. Now let's gather some courage and try to stand on that rock and rise above the ground. It might not be easy, but it might not be impossible as well. Don't be scared. Trust yourselves. Get up. Be the force that this yellow light takes over the black light. Thank you.